Hey, baby. We'll start the stream in uno momento. Just give me 1 minute. 1 minute, please, darlings. 1 minute. Hey, baby. What's the day today? Happy Wednesday. Hey. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're well. I'll get this started in 1 minute. It's a blessed day. It's a very blessed day. Let's be cliche and let's talk about the weather. The weather has been nice here in Dubai, boy. I mean, we're cooling down right now. Well, we had like this massive heat wave where we were hitting like mid 30s Celsius, I'm talking, but now we're back towards sort of low 30s, high 20s. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. So that's blessed. Hope everywhere, wherever you guys are, hope you're all right. I know if you're in the UK or Europe, I think some of you are dealing with snow. I believe it must be some snow. I saw in the news. It's coming. All right, let's jump straight into this. Obviously, the title, not clickbait, really. I know some people like to tell me off, but Bitcoin is about to do something huge. Watch this. I mean, it is. It is. So let's just share my screen and stop blabbering on without showing stuff. All right, 1 minute. Let me just bring this chart up. Share screen. Let's go. So, we're in the Matrix. No. There we go. All right, guys. Before I get onto Bitcoin, right? Before we speak about what's happening technically with Bitcoin and a few of its peers, I just want to quickly speak about this bit of news. And where's it gone? Here. This is interesting. So as a Cardano holder, an ADA holder, I hold ADA, a large, it's one of my top three, right? My ADA, my Polkadot, and my Chainlink are like my big boys, like my long-term ones, right? So anyway, this is really encouraging. We had something like this before, but this is coming out of someone else, another research firm conducting a report. Large transaction volume on Cardano has exploded in 2022, suggesting there is now institutional demand for the blockchain network. Come on! Get in! That's what we want to see. This is the sort of stuff us hodlers and bulls want to see. Thank goodness. So anyway, good bit of news there. Crypto intelligence firm Into the Block reports that the number of large transactions on Cardano blockchain has increased by more than 50 times this year. Okay, so really incredible stuff there. Big jump in Cardano transactions. Now, before I get onto Bitcoin, let's just quickly take a look at Cardano just while we're on that news. Now, I spoke about this in my previous live stream and how excited I am about this, okay? How very excited I am about this price action for ADA. Obviously, we've just had this big bullish news here. This is great. This is great. But look at the price action, obviously, for Cardano on a monthly. We do look nice and bullish. We have last month in February, we formed a nice reversal candlestick, a morning star. And now look at what's happening in March. We're set to close this month. Got one more trading day tomorrow for the month of March. But if this closes above February, praise to the highest, because praise to the universe, everything, because this will just fly. This will fly. That'll be it for me technically, right? Market structure, across the entirety of the cryptocurrency market is looking sexy now. It's looking very sexy, baby, for the bulls. Okay, you sexy bulls. So that sounds so wrong. But anyway, nice big bull flag there for Cardano. We're expecting that to just extend to the upside on a weekly. Obviously running to the north. We cleared, if you look there on a monthly, just quickly, we cleared big monthly resistance there at $1.06. Can you see how this was support? Get the point, broke through, retested and rejected, and then down to the downside. But now obviously we staged a rebound. The body of this candlestick significantly is looking to close back above this area of resistance. So looking really, really good there. On the weekly, as I say, you can see that the significance of that sort of $1.06 towards 110 area, which we're pushing above now. What may happen, we may need to pull back, and obviously this is what I'm going to talk about in a moment in Bitcoin, but what we may do is pull back, okay? If we do pull back, we retest $1.06, so long as that holds, you know, we go and extend to the upside, all right? We go and push and work, you know, zone here, this is a little zone, but still working zone to zone until we get all the way back up and re-challenge these highs, the all-time highs here at $3.10. Okay. Welcome. Anyone joining? How are you doing? Happy Wednesday. Say hello. Come on in the chat. Say hello. Say something. Hope you're all well anyway. Hope you're all blessed. But yeah, so this is just me speaking about Cardano here, ADA, the native token. And it does look like we are certainly going to fly. Okay, so just if you are joining, you missed this news, I'll just speak about Cardano here, okay? Just basically just transaction volume, number of transactions picking up on the blockchain, on the Cardano blockchain. I'm a massive Cardano holder and a massive believer with the technology. If we look here at Cardano, just a quick search, don't know off the top of my head, 7. Okay, 7. It's number 7 in terms of market cap. Yeah, market cap 40 billion. And there's no reason why that can't keep increasing, okay? It can't keep increasing. There's obviously a lot of ADA in circulation, but as the blockchain grows and the use case grows, that should quickly be, we should see some fast demand picking up some pace there for Cardano, for ADA. All right, let's just do the market breakdown then, okay? So hence the title of this video. This is big where we're at for Bitcoin, right? We've been consolidating now for sort of the few hours, right? If you look here, few hours since the 28th. Okay, last 2 days. We're just consolidating. Now, I'm watching this really, really carefully, by the way. Super careful. Because if you look left of me, you see, look, I'll show you why I'm being careful. You see here, bull flag, fine. You see here, bull flag. You get the point. But this price action can be deceiving. That's why I've got it marked in this box. Okay, look here. You'd think when we're in this bullish market here, bam, 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 bam. Okay, we form this flag, we consolidate, and then we're going to look to extend to the upside. But no, baby, come on. And what I call this, I've called it before just like a cat's tail. Because basically, you know, you have the cat's tail pointing up and then it curls over, you know, if you sort of imagine a cat's tail. And that's how I see it. So the cat, and then here's its tail, and then it curls back round, then it comes back all the way down south. Right, it's a weird analogy, but or description of that. But anyway, look like here, look, pump, and then look, it curls back over and comes all the way back down. So this is what I'm watching here. Now, it's not going to be a bad thing if that happens, by the way, guys. That is not a bad thing. If anything, that's a good thing. Okay, because what we'll do, we spoke about this on the last stream, right? Remember that significant 45K area? It's disappeared off my thing. That's significant sort of 45, 46K area. Okay, previous support, previous resistance acted as both. We come back and we retest that. You know, all the way down here, give us the retest, right? So we confirm, not, you know, you see like rejection here. It's, you know, if we really wanted to mark like a little zone here, we could. Look, you see, look, support, rejection. So if you could come back here, this would be great for us. And you can see the structure anyway. It doesn't matter. The structure is beautiful. What we're doing is we are printing higher lows, you see. The lows are getting higher and higher and higher, and obviously so are the highs. But what would be good is we do come back down here. We still more or less respect the structure. We come down maybe to this trend line area here. We could just, you know, about this area, and that will coincide with that zone, okay, with that previous area of resistance. That's 46K mark, and then we bounce here. All right, so I would not, you know, usually obviously I'd be down for, you know, taking some longs potentially on this flag, but I'm just a little bit concerned. Okay, I'd rather see that pull back here first. Come down. Look at this trend line anyway. Look, it's valid. We could adjust it a little bit anyway and just give me some of this. So I want to see it coming down first, please. And then I'm happy. And then I'm and then the price will be super erect. Okay, super erect. By the way, I thought that's inappropriate before, but it's true. Like, erect doesn't have to mean something rude. It actually, the definition of erect. Look, definition of erect, just FYI for anyone who doesn't know. You see? Rigidly upright and straight. She stood up erect with her arms by her side. See what I mean? Or put together and set upright a building, wall, or other structure. The guest house was erected into the 18th century. So that's what I want to see anyway. I want to see price come down, and then the Bitcoin price, the candle is largely erect, and we extend to the upside in towards 50K. So that's what I'll be looking out for here for Bitcoin. So don't be fooled as this has been a bull flag, okay? Please don't be fooled. Come with me and see this to the downside, and then we push in towards 50K. Let's see what's going on the lower time frame anyway, quickly. I'm just going to blabber on for a little while anyway, guys. So, if anyone wants to say anything, please, by all means, you have the floor. You have the microphone, and we can speak. But right now, this is for me, just consolidation before we extend to the north. Ethereum, though, okay, let's see what's going on in Ethereum. See, look, we hit those targets the other week. Great. I'm just going to remove all this, clear it up a little bit. Okay, we can clear all this stuff off here now because it gets messy. I hate a messy chart. And sometimes I just need to clean up my chart. Just like when you leave, my missus was having a go at me the other day, actually, because sometimes, just when I'm busy, right? I'm busy, and the dishes are piling up, and it gets worse and worse. And it's just like, that analogy is just like leaving loads of lines and trend lines on the chart, and it gets worse and worse unless you have a cleanup, bit of chart hygiene. It's like you clean up your house, you clean up dishes, you clean up your room. Sometimes we need to do that on the chart because it just clouds out our thinking. So yeah, anyway, bit of chart hygiene. Ethereum on the daily is more promising at the moment for me than Bitcoin because you see this wick here yesterday. I like to see this being filled to the upside, that we come up here, fill that wick and then see what happens at this region. It's a decent area of resistance there around sort of as we head into 3,500. Again, I probably need to clear up this chart a little bit, but I've just left this trend line on there, but let's remove that. So yeah. Sorry, I'm just thinking now, just while I'm speaking, just want to, I'll just move that zone there. Obviously, we can have a zone down here as well. This is our area of support. But yeah, just be interesting to see what happens here. I don't know. It looks like, if you look at a 4 hour with me, it looks like we do have a bit of a flag. That maybe we just go for a last little pop here for ETH. Yeah. We'll go for a pop into here. And then we just see what happens. I do think maybe we come down first, similar to Bitcoin, and then we go for that breakout and retest. By the way, just quickly, before I forget, while I'm talking about Ethereum, I did put out a trade, didn't I? The only trade that we did in the last stream, which was this one, it's running well. All I did was we had this narrowing pennant structure, didn't we? And now we've broken out of. So we're in profit there on that, and I'm looking for that to just carry on pushing to the north. Similar to what we saw there with Ethereum, Ethereum dollar or Ethereum tether. We've got this wick that we're going to fill. Look here on the 4 hour with me, guys. You see that as well? So we are going to further extend to the upside. It looks like a nice little flag structure. Okay. Look, we've already broken that, given a little retest and push the upside. So for anyone at margin trades, you can get involved. There's so many opportunities to margin trade crypto, right? Get involved. Just as I say, play around. Get open up an account. If you haven't got too much capital, just open up with a small amount where you can afford, and just play around and see with me. Have a look. There's these opportunities, to trade, to margin trade. And I trade, my bread and butter, my day-to-day is FX. I haven't traded anything today in FX. Traded yesterday, where I'm only, like, each day for me in FX, I'm only looking for between 20 and 30 pips. If I can get that. If I can't, then I can't. Sometimes it's less. Right now, just being in and out of the market because how choppy things are or have been with sort of Russia and Ukraine, but just making, my bread and butter being in and out. But my point was, where I was going with that is that those opportunities are seen here in crypto, but to a larger scale, because the volatility is high. So when we get these piercing opportunities like this in our faces, they're great to potentially take, because we're going to see quite decent extended moves to the upside, just as we've seen already out of this sort of pennant structure here. Look, nice and erect to the upside there. Big push already since escaping that sort of pennant structure. So expecting that to just continue there for ETH, BTC. Ethereum. Okay, back to Ethereum here. So maybe, as I say, we break out, get a bit of momentum here, catch another rejection. And what could happen, this is just me speculating here, what could happen, we just form a bit of an M structure. Top, neckline, we break that out a little bit, come down to this next zone, and then push to the upside. Let's look left, see what's happened previously in the past, all right, when we've had this area. Look, So look, you see, we touched that reject. And what we did here, this was the last time we were at this region back in October. We consolidated for a little bit, came down to that zone, you see. Then, okay, we break out and then we're just consolidating in between this 3,300, 3,400 area. And then we catch momentum to the upside. Look, we formed a nice flag structure here, then extend to the north. Baby, I cannot stress enough just looking left of the chart. It's there for grabs. The data's there. Look at it. So, you know, when that's the great thing about when you are trading other, I know cryptocurrencies, that the market's still new. So we don't have as much data to play with like in, you know, Forex or stocks or commodities, whatever the case may be. We've got less data to play with, but we've got higher volatility. So when we do spot things, right, and we are looking for history to repeat itself at certain key supports or key resistances, the moves are going to be overextended. You know, we're going to see greater volatility and more opportunity for us to make some money and to run some profit, baby girl and baby boys. All right, so maybe we see something like that for Ethereum, consolidating for a little while before we take that next critical move, right? And then you see what happens here anyway. We deal with shy of 4K, this 4K area, and then obviously maybe we pull back, you know, like here, let breakout retest to the next zone and then push. All right, so just keep an eye on that price action. I wouldn't, as I say, don't get too excited right now. Allow us to pull back first. Look, on the 1 hour, by the way, we've got another flag. So even if we're to take, look, here's an example, and it is worth a punt for me personally, to take longs from here. Let me just see if I'm going to get my RR on this. I mean, sometimes even, look, risk to reward, I like looking for twos, right? Minimum risk to reward, personally. But even something like this is a quick potential near-term trade, okay? Just to pop in to challenge this top area here where I know there's resistance, right? Stops, just leaving a bit of breathing room below. You see this trend line here as part of this flag, you know, the flag there on the 4 hour, right? This flag wedge here, breakout. So yeah, just keep an eye on that. I mean, it offers tiny risk to reward, but it's just a quick one in and out potentially there for Ethereum. What else? Let's go and take a look at XRP because we've still got longs. I've still got longs running there for XRP. So, all right, let's talk about XRP quickly. All right. I spoke about this obviously yesterday, just to quickly refresh anyone's memory. It looks highly bullish, XRP. If you haven't got any XRP, oh, you're lost. Obviously, I can't give you investment advice, but you're lost, all right? Because things are looking good. Things are looking really good, all right? Look, don't forget this. Ripple SEC case. Let's see what the latest is. I know it's just going to get flop. It's going to flop. Look, Ripple scores one more victory on. Let's take a look at this. I haven't seen this myself, actually. So what's this saying? Ripple gets extra time to respond to the SEC. So Ripple's request for extra time regarding I can't read that word. Redacted documents. I had a brain freeze. Redacted documents was granted in a text-only order. The SEC is directed to produce the redacted documents for the defendant's assessment of March 30th. Well, that's today. Defendant's response is due April 4th, 2022. So initially, the SEC filed a motion to gain a time extension to make the redactions to the documents mentioned above. Okay. Goldman Sachs recognizes Ripple as opportunity for payments. Look at that, by the way. Investment banking institution Goldman Sachs giants recently mentioned Ripple's network as an opportunity for making payments, which is huge. That's excellent. See what I mean? People see value in Ripple. So in the technology, as soon as this bollocks is out of the way, excuse my language, with the SEC, which is going to be, and it's going to prove to be a big fat waste of time, just like Russia and Ukraine war. So much casualties, right? For nothing. And this as well, obviously not on a scale as obviously Ukraine and Russia by any means, but I mean, Ripple and the SEC, this SEC case has caused so many casualties in terms of people losing out a lot of money, you know, investors, pooing their pants because of it, and loads of money coming out, and people losing a lot of money. And so this is going to prove to be a massive waste of time. You watch. And then back to my point, this flies anyway. So that's why I've been stocking up on XRP, because I see that that's going to just be a flop, that whole thing. And XRP is going to go and resume to the upside because it has massive potential. The technology is massive. it's better than Swift. It's better than a lot of, payment systems out there. Look at this, by the way. Okay, very messy chart. Again, going back to the dishes analogy. But look, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Yeah? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Look at the breakout and retest of that neckline there. Look, breakout, retest. Yeah? Can we pause for a minute for a bit of respect for that price action there? Beautiful. Just basic patterns. Basic. And then look, flag, breakout. And then we consolidate. Okay? We've consolidated a little bit around this sort of 85, 86 area. It's happening on the 4 hour. I'm telling you, it's what I mean. There's so many opportunities. You just got to keep your eyes open. Keep these eyes peeled, like this. And just, I don't expect you to sit in front of the screens all day, but just be aware. There's opportunities there, man. So what's happening here anyway? It looks like we've got a bit of flag structure for XRP. XRP. So this is, I've got a bit of consolidation. Pop into that 91.50 area. Look, by the way, obviously targets are up there at 91.50. But, I mean, if you took some profits, great. If you didn't, oh, well, you missed out. But, yeah. That expecting for another pop to the upside anyway. Similar to Ethereum. Just want to go and see how we deal with this area again. Got obviously left this long upper wick, which we're probably going to go and fill. But yeah, that was obviously a good trade there for XRP. But expecting that still to push to the north, especially with, as I say, this left shoulder, this head, this right shoulder. In theory, when we're measuring our this pattern, we measure from the head to the neckline. And we want to see that sort of equivalent breakout to the upside. So back above $1 to $1.10. There's no reason as to why not. Obviously, XRP's been as high as $3 something, hasn't it? Them years ago, and it's crazy. It is literally years ago. XRP's been a serious casualty, but when it does fly, it's going to seriously fly. So anyway, inverse head and shoulder structure there. Expect that to pop to the upside. Even look, let's even add another long position to this. Obviously, look, we can remove this one because we more or less hit targets. We've more or less hit targets there. But even from here, right, and then placing stops, leaving breathing room below, that neckline or that retest of the head and shoulders, yeah? And then running into $1.10. Okay, $1.10, risk to reward of 2.95. We've got the protection there of our support down here. But expecting that to just run to the upside. That's another potential margin trade there, with XRP. So keep an eye on that one and then thank me later, potentially, hopefully. Dot, my baby Dot. So obviously I called for a quick run into 25 cents, $25, excuse me. We're almost there. We're just consolidating again, just like peers, a lot of its peers. What's nice? It's what I mean. When crypto moves nicely, it moves nicely. Look, we break out to the upside. We consolidate, we push to the north. We consolidate, we push to the north. We consolidate, and we're going to go for another push here. I just wonder if we got... No, we haven't. What's good here is, like, we had a bit of a double bottom down here for Dot. Look, one bottom, two bottom, and then we broke that neckline sort of and retested it. You see? W structure, right? Breakout, retest, bomb. We push to the north. On the 4 hour, yeah, I mean, not too much there, like screaming for a breakout at the moment for me. Not screaming for a breakout, just consolidating. Just a bit of consolidation. Bit of a, what's that here? 1 minute. No, nothing really there at the moment for me. So Ethereum looking more wanting to break out there to the upside for a quick pop into... Yeah, as I say, the target's there. Bitcoin price action's a bit dull for the time being, but it would be great if we do get that pullback before we extend to the north. What else is happening? Sandbox. Yeah, look at Sandbox. We spoke about this as well. You need to get your hands on Sandbox. You haven't already. Look at stocking up. Not investment advice, just my opinion. This will continue to push to the north as well. Oh, why is this chart naked? I'm sure I had some analysis drawn up on this. Clearly not. But guys, you see how I draw up my zones, by the way, just quickly, while this chart is naked. And obviously you can apply this across any financial product. Like this is what I do for Forex as well, right? Stocks, zone. Okay. So how I validate this, so this is now how I'm going to be expecting where to buy more, stock up on more. So we look left, right? That's a binary. We've bottomed out here. Now what we need to do is tackle the next area. Look left with me, right? Next major area, probably about where we're at now, right? Around this sort of $3.50 toward just shy of $4. Because look, support here. Look, we broke, found support. And then look here as well. Look, we broke out initially and then found support. Okay. The thing is, these are always subjective, right? As to whether we have the bodies inside there or the candlesticks. It's always subjective. It's just finding what works for you. All right. And then again, to the upside. Okay. Here, look. So resistance, support, 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 resistance. Okay. You see working zone to zone, found resistance, rejection. So that'll be my next buying area. So, you know, simply what we're expecting, like if you look left here, we're working zone to zone. So what I want to see is to see the price working zone to zone. So where's my brush? I always forget what this damn brush is. I don't use the brush often. Here we go. So like something like this, you know, just working zone to zone. And then look, let's put up another zone on here. You know, and obviously you can take this into consideration, as I say, whether you want to be buying more physical holdings, right? You're buying on those dips. Look, buying on those dips. And because people wonder, you know, if you're just a regular retail investor, obviously I'm just a regular retail investor, but in the sense, if you don't have the knowledge on the trading side of things, you lose a bit of edge because how are you going to know where to buy these dips? So we buy these dips in these critical areas. So this is where we'd be buying the dips, you know, buying the dips. And another zone, let's just mark it up because this is where we know, hey man, you know, look. So we're just buying on those dips. We just got to know where those key areas are. You know, and we just work our way zones to zones, and we just keep pushing to the north, and hopefully that just carries on, you know, for its sandbox. And I expect it to do so. Doesn't that look nice? It looks really nice. And price action does move like that. When we are in a trending, whatever the way, whether we're trending to the upside or to the downside, we do move like that. We work our way from zone to zones. It's not always clean as sometimes, because sometimes we have these huge ugly wicks like this. Look at that ugly fugger. But yeah, we get these ugly candlesticks at times that at the end of the day and that's where, you know, if you are margin trading, price action like that just cannot be accounted for. You can't really, unless you've got a huge stop loss and you've got unlimited funds in your account. Okay. What else shall I talk about? Everyone's quiet today. There's a few people cropping up in this stream, but no one's talking. Scares me, man, when you don't talk. So what are you plotting to do to me? Please don't hurt me. What else we got going on? Yeah. Yeah, so I just Bitcoin doesn't look great to me right now. It looks very suspect just for that pullback, but that'll be great. We'd love this pullback. Then we're going into 50K. Okay. What else is happening? Okay, still got this trade running here. ETH, BTC. What else? Let's see. My baby Link. You can margin trade these as well, by the way. You can margin trade Link. What are we up? We're already at 1.7% today. Yeah, I mean, there's not much really to note here. See what's happening on the 4 hour. Nothing really. Nothing. All right, baby. That's it, really. Just a quick update this time around. Stay lit, stay blessed. Let's go.